How would you know if the relationship you're in is healthy? Problem is, we sometimes hold on to relationships longer than we should, or we fall into unhealthy patterns that cause distress and misery. In this video, we'll talk about the 12 key indicators of a healthy gay relationship, so you can identify if this relationship has a bright future, or is it time to seriously reconsider. Especially indicator number 12, which will tell you immediately if this is the guy you could see yourself spending the rest of your life with. Number 1 on my list, you can be yourself. Does your partner love you exactly as you are, or you feel you're losing yourself in the relationship? A great indicator of a healthy relationship is where you stay true to what you like and your quirks, and you indulge in your guilty pleasures and keep doing the things that make you you. Being in a relationship doesn't mean you stop being your own person. You and your partner accept each other for who you are right now, without trying to mold each other into something different. There's no constant criticism or throwing out hurtful comments about each other's personal choices, whether it's what you eat, what you wear, or what shows you're into. A healthy relationship is where you both respect each other's individuality. It feels loving and kind. You should feel that love from your partner in a way that truly clicks for you, whether it's through their words, actions, or showing affection. There are 5 love languages, 5 different ways that different people express their love or perceive you as loving them. The languages are physical touch, gift giving, time together, acts of service, and words of affirmation. You and your partner must know each other's love languages so that you're both giving and receiving love in a way that resonates. Now, let's talk about kindness, both in day-to-day and during tough times. In a healthy relationship, you can see kindness even in simple, thoughtful gestures. Comforting your partner after a long day, showing patience, or just being warm and considerate. Kindness becomes even more critical when things aren't easy. It's the hardest to be kind when you're frustrated or angry, but that's when it matters the most. Treating each other with care in those tough moments is what strengthens your connection and makes each other feel secure and loved. Great communication. A healthy relationship doesn't have any off-limit topics. You should feel like you can talk with your partner about anything, even the difficult stuff. When you communicate well, you listen carefully to each other. You ask questions to really understand each other's perspective, so you avoid misunderstanding and resentment. Great communication doesn't mean avoiding conflict. It's actually the opposite. In one of my first relationships, we almost never had a fight about anything. It might seem like this relationship was amazing, right? But it's actually a big red flag around avoiding confrontation, which means you're not really communicating about what's bothering you. And this could lead to resentment and to unresolved issues that grow bigger and later growing into a big mess. If something's bothering you, you should feel safe enough to bring it up, knowing that your partner will listen. When both of you are committed to understanding each other's feelings, it creates emotional intimacy. You face issues head-on while being fair. No name-calling, no blaming, just being real with each other. Honesty. Healthy relationships have a lot of honest conversations. If something's been bothering you, it might feel awkward to bring it up, but in a strong relationship, honesty is always welcomed. Avoiding the truth only creates tension. Open communication helps build trust and bring you closer. Oh, and honesty also includes admitting your own mistakes. It's not just about being open with your partner about what's bothering you. It's about owning up when you've messed up too. A lot of people think that showing vulnerability or admitting to mistakes will make them seem weak. But in reality, if this is a healthy relationship, it will deepen your trust and connection. So let's talk about trust. Trust is knowing you can rely on your partner, that you're safe with them emotionally and physically. There's no checking their phone or needing constant reassurance. You feel confident in their commitment to you. When trust is missing, things can spiral fast. you start testing each other's loyalty or getting suspicious, and that only makes things worse. Real trust lets you be vulnerable and deepens your connection. Without it, holding the relationship together becomes almost impossible. Respect. Respect is another critical indicator. It's easy to respect each other when everything's going smoothly, but the real test is during conflict. In a healthy relationship, even during arguments, you still respect your partner's feelings, thoughts, and boundaries. For instance, when he's upset, he doesn't resort to name-calling or low blows. Respect means valuing your partner as a person, even when emotions are high. Without respect, conflicts become destructive. With respect, disagreements can actually bring you closer and help you grow together. Conflict resolution. Disagreements are going to happen, but how you handle them is what matters. In a healthy relationship, you approach conflict as a team, looking for solutions rather than trying to win. Instead of shouting or shutting down, you talk it out and work towards a compromise. The thing to remember here is, when you're facing a conflict, you find a way to handle it constructively. If one of you is upset, instead of lashing out, you calmly express your feelings and work on finding a way forward. You support each other. In a healthy relationship, both partners lift each other up. You become each other's biggest cheerleaders and the biggest supporters in times of trouble. You're there to encourage and inspire each other to grow. Even if your visions for the future don't completely match, that's okay. You still support each other's dreams. If your partner's having a rough time, you're there to comfort, to understand, and to motivate them. And if they had a win, you celebrate it with them. That kind of support is essential for feeling like a team. Mutual consideration. In a healthy relationship, you're both mindful of how your actions affect each other. Before making decisions, you think about how it will impact your partner, and they do the same for you. This kind of consideration shows that you genuinely value each other's feelings and well-being. For instance, if you're thinking about a big career move, you consider how it will impact your partner and your relationship. And this also applies to smaller day-to-day choices. Let's say you're planning a night out with friends, but you know your partner had a rough day. Instead of just going out with your original plans, you check in with him, maybe suggesting a quiet night in or rescheduling the outing so you can be there for him when he needs you the most. Mutual consideration creates a dynamic where both of you feel cared for and valued in every moment, big or small. You enjoy each other's company. It's great to have your own interests outside of the relationship, but you should also genuinely enjoy spending time together. It could be binge watching a show or going out on date nights or just hanging out. You look forward to being with him. That's where the magic happens, where you build lasting memories and strengthen your connection. Now, you don't have to do everything together. Actually, it's better if you don't. Balance is key. And when you do spend time together, it should feel enjoyable and effortless for both of you. How do you and your partner handle life's challenges? When you're dealing with a problem together, does he help calm the storm, or does it bring more stress and panic to the situation? When work is overwhelming, does he come to you for love and comfort? I've had a hard day, but I really need you right now. Or does he unload his stress and take it out on you? And when he feels insecure or jealous, does he talk to you about it, or does he lash out and drag you down? If this is what you're experiencing, you need to ask yourself, is this really the kind of dynamic you want in your relationship? Because we all face challenges in life. Every couple goes through hard times. But in a healthy relationship, you handle struggles in a way that lifts you up, not tears you down. Now, if you're noticing these negative patterns, the good news is it can be worked on. The key is communication. Sit down together and talk about how you both respond to stress. Make it a team effort to find healthier ways to deal with challenges so that when life gets tough, you're supporting each other rather than adding more weights. With some self-awareness and a commitment to change, this part of your relationship can move from being a source of tension to a source of strength. And finally, you feel emotionally safe. You need to feel like you can bring up your feelings and be heard, not necessarily agreed with all the time, but respected. Not afraid to express how you feel about something because it might cause drama. Emotional safety comes from knowing your partner won't dismiss, invalidate, or make you feel small. He won't criticize or judge you, and if he ever does, you should feel comfortable enough to bring that up without fear. This is, for me, what tells me immediately if this is the guy I could see myself spending the rest of my life with. For me, this is the ultimate test of knowing if I could spend the rest of my life with someone. When you have that emotional safety, you can relax, be vulnerable, and trust that you're supported. That's what builds a strong, lasting relationship where both people feel truly seen, heard, and valued. It all starts with that foundation of emotional safety. And by the way, every week I send a new written piece that goes out to my private mailing list. It's free. It's super practical. I share strategies for finding love out there, navigating the world of gay dating and relationships, and just generally life lessons that took me 50 years to learn, and you get it every week. So check out the link in the video description and you're welcome to join.